Yo, what's going on, you guys? This is your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer, here with me, myself, and I indefinitely, and this is We Ain't Seen It Reactions, the place where I react to everything I've never seen. And yes, you've heard me right. It's gonna be me, myself, and I indefinitely, because unfortunately, and I know this is gonna sadden you guys, I'm gonna be going on this journey alone for quite a while because my wife, Johnny, she just cannot do this anymore. Like, this has been an issue going on for quite some time now. You know, it seems like everything is on the up and up from the outside looking in with you guys, but there are certain things going on in our personal life that kind of has made a negative impact on the channel at large. This is something that she wasn't really just fond of doing a lot. You know, it started out that way, where we devised an idea of trying to do a channel together because, as you guys aren't aware, or if you are aware, we have our own separate channels. One consisting of my primary channel where I talk about video games and movies, and one where she does things such as makeup and Sims created tutorials and stuff of that nature. So yeah, we thought it would be a great idea to just share both of our worlds with you guys, you know, just kind of mesh both worlds together. One consisting of a guy that's in the know on a lot of things pertaining to video games and anime, and one where, you know, consisting of a person that's not really acclimated with all those things. You know, I thought that was going to create for an interesting dynamic, which it did, because just looking at the results, you know, we have already reached 14,000 subscribers in less than a year, which is a very hard thing to do when you're trying to create a new channel from the ground up. I already, you know, started that journey with my main channel, you know, which is at 600,000 plus subscribers. So I know how hard the grind is. But yeah, there's just been a lot of things going on behind the scenes that you guys aren't aware of. And it's kind of been playing a negative, I don't know, I feel like it's negatively impacting Johnny in a way because she's already having a hard time at her job. You know, we both have jobs. My job mainly consists of being online. You know, this is where I, you know, go the hardest. I do a lot. This is what pays the bills and what keeps a roof over our heads. But her job consists of talking to customers over the phone, a lot of disgruntled customers. And usually there are times when that kind of elevates, like the chaos and stuff like that. It really increases, especially around the time of the holidays, where people choose to spend their money on their kids as opposed to taking care of their bills, and they wonder why their bill is sky high. So, you know, over the past couple of years, she's been dealing with that, just talking to all these customers and stuff. And all the while, you know, after that, after it's all said and done, she has to jump in front of this camera with this big ring LED lights, which really doesn't do a good, you know, it doesn't do her eyes any justice because she has sensitive eyes and she has to watch shows that she isn't really that fond of. You know, there are shows that she looks forward to watching, but there are a lot of shows where she just has to sit there and weather the storm, you know, because we're doing this for the entertainment for you guys. It's all for intents and purposes to provide entertainment for the viewers. The viewers, they are the ones that put money in our pockets. So yeah, we're always taking you guys into consideration, and I think for the longest time she did an excellent job of just, you know, sucking it up and getting in front of the camera and reacting to shows that she didn't like. But you know, certain episodes really pulled her in, and I think that added to that awesome mystique, you know, that awesome it factor, because it's no secret that you can tell visually that there are shows that she doesn't really quite like. You know, people always wonder why she looks like she doesn't want to be here, because sometimes that was the case. She didn't want to be here because she wasn't feeling good. And that's another thing too. My wife, she's very illness prone. She's prone to a lot of sicknesses, like where her body just doesn't agree with her. You know, it's like one day she'll have these panic attacks. There are other days where, you know, she's seeing these different spots when she blinks, which I think we all have, but with her, it's very aggressive. And other things that happen to her, you know, like right now, she's going to have to go to the doctor to see why whenever she tilts her head down, she feels these weird vibrations, like almost like a secondary pulse up in her body. There's just a lot of things that she has to take on, all the while trying to, you know, just suck it up and get in front of the camera for you guys. And I don't want her to feel like she's psychologically or physically obligated to do these things when she hasn't gotten a chance to catch all her bearings. You know, I feel like she needs to be on the mend. She needs to get better, get back to 100% health before she can do any of these things, you know. And she asked me that. She was like, if you want to go ahead and do the channel by yourself, by all means do that. Because it seems like we're on two different sides of the spectrum. If you guys aren't aware, I am a person that's on the spectrum. You know, it's funny I mentioned the word spectrum, and I'm actually on the spectrum. I have a condition called Asperger's syndrome where it's essentially like I don't want to say a derivative of autism, but it's somewhere towing towards that spectrum where a person sees things through a different lens than the average neurotypical person sees. There have been a lot of hurdles and obstacles that I had to overcome. And it makes it seem, if you guys were to look at me in the way I talk to you guys, the way I just give direct eye contact into the camera, it may seem like I'm just some normal dude. You know, I can socialize with the best of them, but even I have my days where I can get mentally exhausted. I don't like being around a big crowd of people. And sometimes I just don't feel like talking to anybody. That's some of the things that Aspergic people have to go through. But saying all that, I feel like this channel has kind of contributed a therapeutic experience for me, because for the longest time, whenever I got on camera, I just could not bring myself to talk about anything, and let alone not come off awkward. But now it feels like being on camera in front of you guys and incentivizing the reactions for you has really elevated the way that I can actually just pour my enthusiasm through, and you guys really enjoy that, and I really appreciate that. I just appreciate this channel for allowing me to actually, you know, come out of my shell a little bit more. Not to say that I was ever one of those awkward people. Like, you know, right now, as you can tell, I am a very social guy, but like I say, there are those times where I just want to, you know, shut down a little bit, because I like my personal time. I really do. And sometimes I ain't all for sharing my personal time. I want to just do my own thing, chill, and enjoy the things that I like enjoying. But, you know, this channel has really just helped me. I can't say the same for my wife. This channel has kind of like, I don't want to say it's hurt her, but I feel like when you have such a serious duty, as far as like, you know, like meeting demands, you know, we have YouTube and we have a Patreon, we have requests that we need to fulfill. That's a big responsibility, and sometimes that responsibility weighs on her. I think she doesn't even, I don't know if she even likes thinking about it. And I feel like that adds to her stress levels. Just thinking about getting in front of this camera after a long 9 hours of dealing with disgruntled customers really weighs in on her psyche, and it has a negative effect. Not to mention that this economy, man, this economy has stressed out a lot of people. Like, if you aren't just liquid when it comes to finances and you're rolling in dough, chances are it's like you're hustling and bustling every freaking minute. And that's kind of what we had to do. It's like, we're not hurting, we're not strapped for cash. You know, we've been blessed to do what we do, but still, you know, everybody's living arrangement is different, and the rent needs to be paid. It's constantly going up. You know, inflation is a mofo, and it's just, you know, life, you know, it's just lifing right now. The economy is economying in the most negative, worst way possible. So yeah, all those different things, all those different elements have kind of like contributed to Johnny's stress levels just increasing. And I just don't want to force her to do anything that she doesn't necessarily want to do, or something that's not going to be conducive to her health. So yeah, from now on out, guys, it's just going to be me indefinitely. We don't want to just, you know, cement this like this is it for her. You know, if you guys have noticed, it's mostly been me on the main channel, not the Patreon, because we still have a consistent flow of duo reactions over there. But if you notice on the YouTube channel, it's mainly just been me doing a lot of like reactions by myself to like video game cinematics, something within my wheelhouse that I'm very familiar with. And that was just because I was testing the waters. I was testing the waters to see if you guys would be receptive to just having one singular person on the camera as opposed to two. And you guys have really been very receptive to that. And it's allowed me to grant Johnny enough time to, you know, just do what she needs to do to get better. Like, that really helped out. Like, we wanted to increase the upload schedule. Like, I want to do a lot of things with this channel because it has so much potential. I see it. But, you know, due to things such as Johnny's health and not only that, the conflicting schedules that we have, it has made it to where we can only react 3 times a day. And I feel like if I were to take the brunt of that load, it would help me increase the output on things that we want to get out to you guys. And yeah, I'm sorry to bring this to you guys' attention. I know we did a poll to see if you guys wanted us to continue as a duo or as just one singular unit with me leading the charge. And you guys said that you wanted both of us to be here, but unfortunately, the timing just isn't right. You know, fate dealt us a cruel hand, and I really just want my wife to be good. I don't want to pressure her into doing anything, and hopefully you guys will understand and not pressure her into wanting to do something that she doesn't necessarily want to do because of how she's been feeling with all the different aches and pains that she's been going through. You know, you see on the videos where she has like these heating pads around her neck because one day her neck might be hurting or one day her head hurts and she has to take these headache pills in order to, you know, just kind of push through. So hopefully you guys understand. We're going to keep this thing going. I will be leading the charge and taking over most of the videos for like reactions and movies. I really want to do movies. So yeah. I'm sorry, guys, but, you know, our health, our well-being comes first, and hopefully you can understand that. But anyways, that's going to do it for us today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Well, I don't even want to say I hope you enjoyed this video. That's just the usual template that I have whenever we do these reactions. I ask if you guys liked or disliked this video, and hopefully you enjoyed it and stuff like that. And let's hit a fucking like threshold. I wasn't trying to cuss in this video. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place, but this is just one of those impromptu videos that wasn't necessarily planned. It was kind of strung up at the last minute because we had to come to the ultimate decision of what we wanted to do for this channel going forward, but hopefully you understand. But anyways, this is your boy RBG, aka the Random Black Gamer. We ain't seen the reactions. I'll catch you guys on another video by myself for the time being. Peace out.